And welcome back, everyone, to another video. This is episode 25 of Storytime with Mikey, the video series where I tell you stories from my childhood and throughout my life of my dysfunctional family, my dysfunctional life, and things that were major events in my life. In today's episode, I'm going to tell you the story of the second time in my life that I almost died, when actually, technically, this is the first time I almost died. Because in episode 24, I told you about my grandma driving and the seizure and everything. And that was the second time I almost died. The first time I almost died, I was 9 years old. 9 years old! So you're probably thinking, what in the hell would have caused me to almost die at the age of 9 years old? Well, I shall tell you. My family is very dysfunctional. My family would go places. They wanted to take me. Didn't want to pay for the babysitter. So they would leave me 9 years old at the time alone, home alone by myself. I'm just there. It's me, the TV, and all the other articles of the house. There wasn't even a dog at the time. And at the time of my life, I still do, enjoyed eating those little hard candies, those little hard butterscotch candies that you can buy in the little baggies. They're delicious. I had a couple of those. I went to my bedroom to watch television. Believe it might have been SpongeBob. It was when just before Nick at Night was a couple ones, and then at this time in my life, I believe it would have been SpongeBob. Hell, I still watch SpongeBob. I'll be 27 this year. But I was watching SpongeBob, eating the candy, putting one in my mouth, leaned back in my chair. I had a little wooden chair that I had at my little writing desk. I was leaning back in it to watch SpongeBob. Because when we're kids, we've all were kids at one point. We, at one point or another, would sit in a chair and lean the chair back, doing what kids do. And the candy, these little smooth, hard candy, was in my mouth. I leaned back, and it went down my throat. It slid down my tongue and into my throat, lodged in my throat. I couldn't breathe. So it lodged itself in my trachea. I'm home alone. I'm choking. There's no one there. There's nobody there. And me being 9 years old and choking, I don't think I would have been able to make it to the neighbor's house. So in a panic, and I am absolutely panicking the fuck out. I'm taking my fist, beating my chest as hard as I can. I am assaulting my chest. I am trying to break my chest, hitting it so hard to hope that I could lodge that thing out of my throat. After about 12 punches to my chest, in my mouth, there's the candy. Now, out of anger, of course, I take the candy and I throw it as hard as I can out of my room and into the hallway, where it laid until my grandparents came back home to clean it up. They came home, and they said, "Mikey, have you been a good boy?" And I said, while you all were gone, I almost died. What's for dinner? I almost died, choked, and my only concern is, what time is dinner? What time can I put food in my mouth again? I was such an odd child. But, of course, me being as fat as I am, I almost choked to death. What's my main concern? When will be the next time I get to eat? And that's the story of the first time I almost died. Being left home alone, eating candy, leaning back in a chair and choking on a piece of butterscotch candy. This guy was almost done in by a piece of butterscotch fucking candy. Because he was an idiot child who lived with a family of idiots who decided it was a good idea to leave him home alone. Never leave your children home alone, because you don't know what the fuck they're going to do, what kind of antics they're going to do, and what kind of harm they might do to themselves. Be responsible as adults and don't leave children home alone. It is not a good thing to do. It is very dangerous, and it can get you into a lot of trouble. So I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope you take advice from my wise words, which is very rare for me to give wise words. And I will see you all in the next episode. Cheers.